So hello and welcome to the channel. I haven't been really uploading any great content recently, and this won't change that. it's um, it's just more a general kind of update video to let you guys know kind of what's going on, what's been happening, where I've been, why haven't I done a new Squid Tips episode, um, all of that stuff. So I will try to keep it snappy and fun. No, I'm not. I'm gonna ramble on, guys. I'm sorry. You're just gonna have to deal with it. There are much better episodes in other channels if you want something snappy and well cut together today. I normally try to put a lot of effort in, but that's actually something I want to talk about. So the last few weeks for me have been tied up with work and all this lovely lockdown and pandemic fun. It's not fun. It's quite serious. I don't mean to take it lightly. It's not a nice thing that many people have been going through, and it's certainly taken its toll in many ways on many areas of the civilization here, and I'm very fortunate to be able to still have a job and still be alive and well and safe along with my friends and family. So I cannot complain at all, but it has certainly pulled some focus from the channel in terms of me generating content. And in the meantime, I have been, surprisingly, the channel's been growing slightly. I'm certainly a very small channel at the moment, but I've got a good fair more subscribers over the last couple of weeks than I have had previously, so thank you all for that. As you can see, it's actually raining a little bit at the moment, so I haven't been uploading that many videos to the channel lately. I have to say I've been quite bad about that. I've been quite busy with work and a few other general activities, and I went to my first track day at Donington, which was amazing. I recommend anyone who rides a motorcycle go book a track day. I've already booked my second one, and it's going to be at Brands Hatch, which is going to be fantastic. I'm really looking forward to it. Book it with a buddy. I did my first one with a buddy. It was who'd been tracking before, and it made a big difference. It was really nice, and just overall, just man, what a fantastic experience. Actually getting out and being able to stretch the legs of your motorcycle properly. Just so much fun, so much enjoyment to be had from booking one of those track days, and so much learning too. It's I feel like I really learned so much about form and what I can do to improve, and what I was doing wrong as well, and how I can do things differently. It's just such an amazing day, and I would love for each and every one of you who rides a motorcycle to experience that and to see what that's like, because it's fantastic. Aside from that, not a whole lot's been going on. It's mainly been work. I haven't had that much time to really do any proper video editing, so the last few videos that I've done have been pretty just pretty basic. Haven't really put together anything fancy. Haven't done a most recent episode of Squid Tips, which I still owe you guys. I think I'm going to owe that to you for a while now, because my focus, I think, is starting to shift slightly in my writing, and I still will do some of that educational type stuff, but there's I've been thinking a lot about what I'm trying to achieve with the channel, um, and what's my USP, if you will. And I've kind of done a little bit of everything. I've done a little bit of the you know commuting reactionary videos of what it's like to deal with crazy cars that don't see you and all that fun. But let's be honest, Motive Madness does it better. Um, I've done a little bit of the Squid Tip stuff, which I think is in line for kind of some of the instructional stuff. Hopefully just giving people bits and bobs and helpful advice, and I do like that, and I do want to continue doing some of that. So it's not that that's going to go away. But I have to say, after having ridden quite a bit over the last few months, because I'm working from home, so about every night I get out and I'm able to actually go out and ride. Um, I feel like what I'm trying to achieve with this channel is to somehow kind of just take you all on a journey of what it's like to own a motorcycle. And you're fortunate that it kind of started out very early on in that process for me. I started out on 125, and you can see those videos of me being an idiot on a 125, and then progressed to kind of the R3, and now I'm on the XSR, and I think as I've progressed in my writing, some of my focus and interests have changed, and I think whether you like it or not, I think the channel is going to start to reflect that, and I think it's going to have to reflect kind of where I'm at on my journey, and hopefully that's something you can get on board with and enjoy, because I'm hoping for a lot of you that you're on a similar journey as well, or have already been on that journey. Hello, good day. So yeah, that's kind of where things have been at over the last few weeks and months. So my next track day is in September. I'm really looking forward to that. See you in the horn. Yeah, going to Brands Hatch. Have the Indy course, not the GP course, which I'm a little bit gutted about. But to be honest, I had the GP course at Donington, and it was great. But it was also raining on the day, and I didn't really get enough consistent time on the track to really start perfecting. I feel like I just kind of learned the track on my first day, and with Brands, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I have much better weather. I'm hoping that with the Indy circuit that I'll be able to learn it pretty quickly, and can just start focusing on form and factor, and really try to perfect my technique a bit more, and my positioning and whatnot. My kind of learnings and takeaways from Donington were that I'm a road rider, and I'm used to coming into a corner and not knowing what's around the other side, if there's another car, or what might possibly be happening. I'm used to slowing right down and giving myself plenty of room for error, which is exactly what you should do when you're on the road. But when you're on a track, you know what's around that corner. Exactly what the camber is. You know what should be happening. There isn't going to be any oncoming traffic, and you can carry a lot more corner speed if you were confident in that. And I think that was a bit of an eye-opener for me, is whenever I got back and started really analyzing my laps, is that I was pretty much just as fast as everyone on the straight, and in acceleration and corner exit was pretty good. I was in novice group, so I wasn't amazing, but I wasn't falling too far behind anyone else. But where I was really falling behind was in my corner entry speed, and that's about gaining confidence in being comfortable at lean angles that are a bit more than what I'm used to, and yeah, just being confident that you know what's around that bend, so you don't need to be treating it like a road where you're not quite sure where the hazards are going to be. So really looking forward to, hopefully on Brands Hatch, being able to focus on that. Having the shorter circuit will be helpful, and the ability to just focus on my lines, my body positioning, and my lean angles. I've been doing a lot of parking lot practice, which is actually where I'm going now. There's a great parking lot down the way that I go to quite frequently, and I've been doing a lot of parking lot practice, just getting a sense of bike tip in and lean and all that other fun. Although it looks like if this keeps up, I'm not going to be doing much high lean angle practice, that's for sure. It's going to rain like this. So yeah, lots of exciting stuff happening. I'm really excited about my track day. I'm really excited about kind of just learning more about my skills and how I can really properly use this piece of machinery. I think the thing that I'm beginning to realize as I'm practicing and trying to get better at this is that I might have jumped the gun a bit on the XSR. I think the amount of torque and power that it gives is more than enough, and in some ways I think possibly too much for the type of riding that I'm looking to be doing. And yeah, I don't know. I've been looking around and wondering as well whether or not the very comfortable ergonomic position is really what I need. Like, if I start doing track days more frequently, I might have to look at something more like a super sport. I've been thinking about doing 1000cc. It's a proper leader bike, but after a couple of rounds of practice, I'm really kind of leaning against that. I don't think I'm ready. I don't think I have the skills. I don't feel like I've got enough capability yet to be able to take on 1000 confidently and actually learn and grow from it. I think that if I took on 1000, I think that would stunt my growth. So it would just be harder and slower for me to learn. And I think with a smaller capacity, maybe a 600, with more sporting ergonomic positioning, I think perhaps I could do a little bit more oh, sorry, that's my bad. My indicator I left on. I could perhaps do a little bit more learning and training and actually benefit from it a bit more. Speaking of riding in the rain, on Squid Tips episode 3, which is yet to air, I think I might just be capturing some fantastic footage for it at this very moment. Oh man, what were my tips? I've forgotten. It's been so long. I wrote the script for it and just totally forgotten what it is now. Pretty sure it was the usual simple stuff. Well, let's see. So, I guess I could do a quick impromptu. I think that's part of my issues. I think I'm being a little bit over perfective. Over perfective? Fucking hell. Well, you certainly aren't perfected with your English, Simon. I think I'm being a little bit too um, perfectionistic, if you will, around my videos, especially the Squid Tip series, just because I want that to be kind of like, you know, my Ryan F9, like, you know, a little bit more produced, a little bit nicer kind of content for you guys, rather than this kind of off the cuff bullshit that I'm doing right now. But I don't know. Maybe I should. I think I could be more consistent about getting videos out to you guys if I took it a little bit more on the cuff. So, welcome to the third episode. Welcome to this episode of Squid Tips, where we are going to be talking about riding in the rain. I'm riding in the rain, just riding in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again. I waltzed out the lane with a happy refrain. I'm singing and riding in the rain. Squid Tips, Episode 3. First tip, do not sing and ride in the rain.